I would like first of all to thank Governor Prol, to the distinguished Austrian hosts for advancing the invitation. I accept it with pleasure, having in mind entirely the fact that with my colleague and my friend, the Vice Chancellor and Minister of Foreign Affairs, Michael Spindeleger, we have a constant common approach and constant common positions in what is our region, what are the European affairs and European interests. So I appreciated the invitation and I accepted it with great pleasure. Governor Prol, I remember with great pleasure the invitation and the conference on the EU strategy that you hosted, and based once again on the co-sponsoring from the Austrian government and the Romanian government. Today's conference, it's a special platform and it's developed also in a very spectacular setting of Abbey Göttweig. The Wachau Forum has gained over the years an indisputable prestige, and as I mentioned, I felt honored to be among the guest speakers in the closing of this event. I will try to concentrate my comments on three subtopics. First of all, on the Romanian and Austrian relations, on the Romanian, secondly on the Romanian profile, European economic and political profile, and third on some remarks on our European vision. First of all, on the Romanian-Austrian relations, a few considerations on this special partnership. Sharing a common regional and European interest, the two countries have been closely working together on common projects within the European Union. Our main cooperation initiatives are aimed at the development of the Danube region, at the enlargement and consolidation of the European Union, on important energy security issues related to Europe, as well as at ensuring democratic developments and political stability in the neighborhood. Sustainable economic and social development of the EU is also a topic that Romania and Austria have consistently supported. In spite of the difficult international economic context of the last years, Austria has remained one of the largest foreign trading partners and investors. At the same time, Romania has acted as a gateway for the east, to the east for many Austrian companies, especially in the Black Sea region. In the previous year, the total value of the Austrian direct investments into the Romanian economy reached over 7 billion euros, and almost 100,000 Romanians have been employed within companies with Austrian capital. It is also noteworthy that in 2012, bilateral trade amounted to over 3 billion euros, which is a good start. Secondly, on the Western Balkans, these difficult economic times left marks in the southeastern Europe too. Smaller economies dependent on events in the biggest European markets, from economic and financial points of view, were affected by the shrinking of the Western markets. Such intricacy must not derail leaders in the region in accomplishing the necessary reforms in order to achieve the European integration goals. The Western Balkans represents an area of particular interest for Romania. We have always dedicated energy, creativity, and willingness to supporting EU approach in bringing this region closer to the European mainstream. Regional cooperation is instrumental in prevailing over a long time or entrenched differences and supporting the achievement of a common objective. The stabilization and association process is a generous framework offering the guidance for preparing the candidates and potential candidates for the moment of the accession. I'm confident that continuing to work together and paying attention to the needs of our region will persuade extra-regional actors that our area as a whole can be a reliable partner, bringing stability and contributing to the European prosperity. And of course, this is our official position in my country. This agreement between Belgrade and Pristina was an historical moment and opened a chapter, a clear European chapter for whole the region. And this reflects a constant interest of Romania. That goes for Belgrade, that goes for the Association and Stabilization Agreement for Kosovo. And definitely I'm looking also to my Macedonian colleague and friend, a deep interest from the Romanian side to help and to guarantee a European path for Macedonia. And my next visit in the Balkan region, I hope that will help in this direction. On the other sub-item that I want you to mention, the European financial crisis. Just a few comments. Turning now to the financial crisis that is the very subject of this edition of the Wachau Forum. The effects of the foreign financial crisis on the overarching European project go beyond their destructive economic influence, morphing in the last few years into a dilemma with existential resonance of the entire EU space, forcing an impressive rethinking response. The financial crisis challenged the European framework, the resilience of our economies, but perhaps most importantly, the strength of our commitment to work together towards a shared goal. From Romania's perspectives, the recent developments represent an important moment for Europe, since it offers meaningful lessons for the consolidation of the economic and monetary union and the EU, and a significant impulse for implementing new solutions such as the banking union. Romania is supporting such a plan. Seen from this angle, the catalyzing effects of the financial crisis cannot be understood, especially on the efforts to further the cohesion of the EU. Having moved forward from the most virulent period of the financial crisis, the key to prevent future crises lies not only in the complex web of initiatives implemented to mitigate their effects, but perhaps more importantly on the ability of the EU member states to act in concert and solidarity, having in mind the common good of the European bloc. Turning again to the recent experiences, it has become clear that the development of Europe needs to rely on a fine balance between fiscal stability and responsibility on one hand and a substantial growth component on the other. Fiscal consolidation measures alongside growth-oriented initiatives with special highlight on the promotion of investments are vital for the EU-wide to regain the competitive edge of international markets. And in this context, especially the competitiveness, it will play a special role in this process. And I take this opportunity to just to mention that 2 days ago, I was one of the officials that were part of, I should mention once again this sort of historic launching of the biggest laser project in the world, with the support of the European Commission. Commissioner Hahn was present in Bucharest. It will happen close to Romania precisely because of the competitiveness, relating to the physical nuclear researches and an important contribution of those nations having access to this high technology. It will be a project that will be highly valuable for the Europeans also. This is especially important given the international economic context dominated at the moment by the rise of the largest emergent economies with an increasing degree of competition and considerable need to enhance their involvement in global affairs. And finally, related to Romania's position in this context. Due to the implementation of thorough reform measures, Romania has moved past the difficult economic period generated by the crisis. Therefore, we are now better positioned and equipped both to withstand potential future shocks and, more importantly, to benefit on the medium to long term from the reform momentum. The return to growth in 2012 and the promising perspective to 2013 and beyond stands as a proof for our commitment in this regard. Efforts recognized by the recent EU recommendation to end the excessive deficit procedure against Romania. With healthy economic growth also this year, around 1.6, maybe 2%, that depends on the year of agriculture, the deficit around below 3% last year, this year around 2.7%, with the public debt around 37%, which is a reasonable level, with a political stability which is very valuable and reflected to the economic stability also, with a solid banking system, with a solid Austrian banking presence in Romania, with a stable currency and with a precautionary agreement with IMF, the World Bank and the European Commission. I can tell you that the perspectives are positive and we are looking to continue this economic trend. We welcome the set of country-specific recommendations published by the European Commission, also addressed to Romania, that represent an ambitious reform package meant to consolidate the foundation for sustainable growth all across the EU member states. A high level of coordination both on a EU-wide basis and at national level can bring considerable benefits in achieving the goals of returning to growth while strengthening the labour market. Referring to Romania, the country-specific recommendations that I made reference to made by the Commission are built upon the progress visible after the implementation of the measures stated in the precautionary agreement with the IMF that I mentioned previously, and also on the National Europe 2020 objectives. From this perspective, the effective integration of Romania in the European semester exercise represents a positive aspect. We will continue alongside other member states to maintain a firm engagement necessary for the implementation of the European semester as an instrument of coordination for the European economic policy. As closing remarks, I will say the following. I take first of all this opportunity to convey to all of you a message of confidence in the political and economic environment and perspectives of Romania, and I should add in the region, a reality that is more and more acknowledged by our European and global partners and also by international financial institutions. We are aware that we still have a number of challenges ahead, and the government I represent is committed to dialogue and long-time efforts to tackle them. And I should finish by saying the fact that after a crisis like it was and still is this economic crisis, also in Europe, all the time there are new opportunities of development for EU especially, and for EU especially for having this project and promoting this project as a relevant international actor. The enlargement process is a must. And if we want to count in having and playing a significant role at the level of the international relations, the positive European spirit must prevail despite this still complicated economic circumstances. So this is why Romania is pleading for a quantitative and a qualitative process in deepening and enlarging